All right, stop.
Okay, are we live? That's the question.
To find out.
Yep.
That's important.
Go.
Action.
There we go. I'm gonna check to make sure we're live. I think we might be live. Or we hope.
Looks like we are.
No funny faces.
And we are live officially. So, good evening, everyone from Northwest Ohio. I had to think where I was. And thank you for joining us this evening. And as you notice from your screen, we have everybody together tonight virtually.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's the same on their screen as ours. So in the upper right-hand box, you have Russ and Carrie from The Roads We Roam. And in the bottom square, I feel like we're playing Hollywood Squares. In the bottom square, we have Bobby and April. Travels Abound.
Right?
Hey, everybody.
Get down. So we'll give it a few minutes for people to roll in. It looks like we got about 21 in the house already. Wayne Kern first in tonight. First thumbs up. Thank you, Wayne.
Hi,
welcome.
Wayne.
Adam down in Florida is here.
Hi, Adam.
And we've got Steve from Avenger RV Adventure. Steve, I haven't had a chance to watch your brand new video. I saw you just put up a brand new video on the Terra Oasis by Intech, which is a gorgeous trailer.
Yeah.
Samantha Harpenow.
In the house.
Sammy, my
Hey,
niece.
Sam.
Hi, Sam.
Sherry Weber is here. Hi, Sherry. Mr. Milinarski is here, and I'll bet you Karen is somewhere nearby. Let's see, what else do we have? We have Jennifer from Texas.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. And Barb Thiel, our friend
Hi,
Barb,
Barb.
and she's down at Whitewater Memorial State Park in Indiana.
Oh,
so that tells me
cool.
Barb is camping.
That's right.
In fact, Barb had an epic trip
Mhm.
about
In March, wasn't
yeah,
it?
it was a whole month of March. Headed out west with a brand new camper and
Some friends.
yeah, with some friends, and they just went some amazing places.
Yeah.
So Jay Wills from North Florida, welcome. Gary Hirschenbach from Nebraska.
Hi,
Hey,
Gary.
we haven't had anybody from Nebraska in quite a while.
Your dad's here.
Dad is here. Ron is in the house, the
In
captain.
the house.
That's
Yeah.
right. So, that if you remember last live stream, that would be best. Dad donated $100 in exchange for some of those famous Bob's Mug cookies
That's
that Karen
right.
makes. So,
I forgot about that. Yeah.
so we're still slowly getting people in.
They were
I haven't
good.
got Pat in a while. Pat Kruger from Central Florida. Hi, Pat. And Patty Gillum from Virginia. And we also have Karen's in on her account. Carjack69 says, hola from Oklahoma. Boy, we're starting to get a good representation of the United States here tonight. So, Russ and Carrie, can you divulge your location where you're at this evening? Or, maybe.
Sure. We're in El Paso, Texas. That's where the company that I work for is based out of. So we'll be here for, I think till the middle of May, taking care of business until we hit the road again.
Awesome. And Bobby and April, what part of the country are you streaming in from tonight?
Southeast Arkansas, Southwest Arkansas. I don't know, left and right. Southeast Arkansas, Millwood State Park. That's what I said.
Awesome.
Nope. Sorry, it was we had an alligator behind us earlier, but I was getting distracted by. So it's a pretty nice park.
Alligator, that's okay. So, a few more people joined. We've got Dave and Andrea Fitch, who just happened to be right across the campground watching from their Grand Design. So, hey, Dave and Andrea. Also in the campground tonight, I don't see them on here, but the Wagners are here tonight. So we got to meet in person for the first time.
Yes, you did.
So we correspond with Mike and Lynn, but we never met them in person.
Vinny Mozzarella.
Vinny!
Hi,
I'm waiting for Patrick to jump on a plane. Oh, no, Vinny, you got me mixed up with the guy down the lower box.
I don't know. I like that idea.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, if you want the channel to end, that should just about do it. So, Arthur Leslie still in Mississippi, so there's another state rep. We should have a map going of where everybody's from tonight. Avenger or Steve from Avenger says, "Speak up, Rush. I can barely hear you." So
The Wagners are here, honey.
Oh, there the Wagners are here. Mike and Lynn are in the house. So, and again, they could literally be in the house because we're just across some grass area. So, Ranger Rick's here tonight up in Colorado. Patty, tell Rick about your dilemma.
Rick, I'm out of my beer, Rick. I drank the last one about a month ago.
I don't think he's going to drive clear to Indiana. So,
it was so good, I made it stretch.
Dad, you are right. They are going to wait a long time to see me not only jump out of a plane, but get in a plane.
That's right.
And then Brenda had a question. She wanted to know, would a soft start work on a Tab 400 Cool Cat? It would, Brenda, but I'm not sure you would need it. I think you would be able to run a small air, or you would be able to run your air conditioner off of a small generator because the AC, the Cool Cat, is only a 10,500 BTU. And we used to run with our little 2,000 watt Generac with no issues. I do know for a fact, though, that Arnie Unger, who is a friend of ours, owns a Tab 400. He did install the Easy Start on their Tab. He said it was kind of a pain because that area is so tight to work in. But I honestly don't know that you really need it. So, Gary, we are in Ohio. We're at Harrison Lake State Park in Northwest Ohio. We're only about an hour from our house. And we're camping this weekend. There's a bunch of us here. Our friends who are sitting on the side, you just can't see them, and they don't want to be seen. I was told. Well, at least Shelly doesn't want to be seen. I don't know if Randy does.
No.
But they had invited us about a month to come over here, and then it just happened that the Fitches are here along with the Porters from Fort Wayne, just down the road from us, and then we talked the Wagners into joining us. So there's a bunch of us here.
Ranger Rick's trying to help me out. It says, is Indiana a shippable state for alcohol? And then Mark says Apricot Blonde can now be ordered online. So I'll have to check that out.
That means Mark's been looking.
That does mean it.
I don't know. So
I'm not sure about the shippable state. So
Joseph Robichaux. I bet I screwed up your name, Joseph. I'm sorry. Robichaux?
I would go with that.
Okay. From Halliford, Virginia. I probably screwed up the town he's in too. So welcome, Joseph. Debbie says hello from Williston, Florida.
Exactly. Yep.
So now we got Debbie and Adam from Florida.
That's right.
We've got Scott from where's Andrea when I need her? Bikes, boats, and bivouacs.
There you go.
Is that right?
That's what it looks like to me.
Andrea always has trouble with that. Oh, wait a minute. I made some fresh peanut butter cookies if you guys want me to bring some over to your rig later. Oh, yes. Lynn's baking.
Yes.
One of the,
The cookies were awesome. Yeah,
Fitch has already had some cookies. So, yeah, if you watch any of Mike and Lynn's videos, Wandering Wagners, you know that Mike loves pie and Lynn bakes pie. In fact, Lynn should probably start doing some videos on how to use ovens and convection microwave ovens because she does an amazing job baking in an RV, and there's so many people that don't really know how to use the oven properly. So Bill's here, Bill Porter. He says, hey Lynn, we're on the way. So now Bill is going to run from his over to
Lynn's RV.
Bill. You just kind of make a big old loop right on over this trailer after you go there. So over the hill RV, welcome. So bivouacs. Yeah, I think I said that right.
I think you did
so
too.
Anyway, so if you remember, those of you who joined us last month, or no, this month, I guess it was back on April 2nd, something like that. We launched the S'more Wishes campaign with the goal of raising $10,000 to grant a wish to a child. And I think that night, Carrie, do you remember, you were kind of keeping an eye on that total. Do you remember what we ended up at roughly that first evening?
We were just under the 8,000 that Bob had set for the goal that night.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, I mean, I don't know about Bob and April, but I know the four of us were together, Russ and Carrie and Patty and I, and we were kind of almost stunned and how much came in that night. We were so appreciative.
Yeah. Pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. So, but then was it about a week
About a
later?
Yes, I think so.
I don't know. It all runs together. We crossed the $10,000 mark. So, which is awesome. Yeah. Now, we're not done. We said we were going to run the fundraiser all the way through the month of April. And ideally what we'd like to do is we'd like to get that number up closer to about 16,000, because then potentially Make-A-Wish will be able to grant a couple wishes. So, but even if not, it's just been phenomenal. But Bob, you promised everybody you'd do a couple things if we hit 8,000 and 10,000. Do you want to remind everybody?
Okay, April, jump back in.
Tried to leave.
My silver locks will be coming off. They won't be going to Locks of Love. I don't think they'll take them, but my locks will be coming off. I will shave my face because we hit 8,000, and I've kind of checked into the whole jumping out of an airplane. Right now, they're not doing tandem jumps in our area because of COVID, but hopefully with restrictions starting to loosen up a little bit, I'll be able to do a tandem jump soon. So yeah, I'm going to jump out of an airplane and shave my beard.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that brings me. So our next live stream is going to be Wednesday, June 2nd for the Big Shave. And what's going to be awesome is we are all going to be together again, but this time not virtually. We're all going to be together in the same location.
Yep, that would be great.
So Russ and I will be holding down Bob while April's going to run off.
Practice. If you're warming up, April, you've been, practicing. Yeah.
So ready.
Yeah.
She's so
Yeah.
ready.
I can't eat anything without it hanging around, without grossing anyone out. But she's just getting tired of looking at me and having food run down my face. I'm like, what? What's wrong? So yeah, she's excited. I am too. I'm glad to do it.
I'm very concerned about what's under here.
Oh yeah, we don't know what's under here, so.
You might find some things that you lost years ago.
Is that a pencil? I mean,
There's actually an app that you can put on your phone that will get rid of your beard, so you can see what you have. You seen that app?
that may be too scary. Yeah, somebody said that the other day. That may be too scary. I don't know. I may flee. I don't know. I'll just do it. I'll just do it and get it over with.
Probably smart.
It's gonna be, now, is it, Bob? I think you mentioned last time it's 17 years since the last time you were clean shaven.
Clean shaven,
Yeah,
yes,
clean.
yeah. I usually trim it a little, pretty short during the hot times of the year. But yeah, the last time that I actually had a razor and shaving cream in my face, it was 17 years ago.
Wow.
So, yeah, you're telling me.
Hey, real quickly, I want to say hi to Bob and Joan down in Havana, Florida. They've joined us, so welcome.
Hi.
And they said hopefully they'll see us in St. Augustine. Well, I can tell you this: we are coming to St. Augustine. It's on the calendar, so the reservation's actually made. So we will be in St. Augustine. So maybe we can set a location and get together. I know we're going to try to get some sangria down at the Columbia restaurant. So, so yeah. And then let's see what else. I just want to real quick. I'll try to stay up with the chat. It looks like there's some chatting. Somebody asked about the slide out. The slide out is actually fine now that Lippert fixed it. So it was Scott. Scott was asking. So yeah, ever since I took it to Lippert and they reinstalled it and put a new mechanism in, we have not had any issues.
Right.
We did have a furnace issue though recently, but we got that taken care of today.
Yeah.
I don't know what Princess Craft is going to do when we get there in June, because we like literally taken that long list and it's down to like 2 items.
Yeah.
But my friend Randy just happens to be an HVAC specialist. So worked for a year. Well, I think you said what, 32 years now? 32 years for Bard. I'm not Bard. I got maple syrup on the brain. But anyway, I was explaining to him, and so we took it apart. And Russ, it was the sail switch,
There you go.
It wasn't bad. It just was not getting enough force. And so it was so simple. Randy bent it just a little bit to give it a little more leverage. So when the fan kicked on, it was working like a charm.
We have heat. Woo!
Only cost $600.
Well, then you helped us out with the light, right?
Oh, yes. And so we were having this issue. Russ knows about this one too. The step light would only come on when you flip that super bright white light on, which made no sense. Like, you don't need a step light when you've got a floodlight on. And so Randy and I tore it apart, and he was able to flip some wires, and now the step light comes on with the amber light, which makes much more sense.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. For next time you're in Indiana and you need repair work, Russ, I'll call Randy and we'll all get together. So
deal. We're on our way.
So there's some discussion about cooking in here, and Lynn's saying she made Thanksgiving and Christmas dinners in their convection oven, which I had seen some of those videos. I know at least one of them I remember. Yeah. So then you can do a lot in these stoves. What are we drinking tonight, Russ?
Mark had texted me. He wanted to know. This was the Yingling that you brought me. I'm still drinking that through, Patrick.
All right. I'm having an old fashioned in Russ's honor, made by Randy. Randy made me, and it is very good. Let's see who else is here. I think Patty Gillum is here. She says she's looking forward to seeing our adventures on the East Coast. The East Coast trip is going to be epic.
It's going to be good.
Or it's going to be an epic failure. But either way, it's going to make for good video. So actually, it's not going to be an epic failure because we have started booking reservations just because it's the East Coast. It's this summer with a lot of new RVers, a lot of people RVing. And so it's going to be good. Dreaming Out Loud RVing is here. Welcome. And I think we're back up to, we're upset. So, okay. Up to speed. Bob, you want to talk about some coffee?
Sure.
So tell us about some of the new products from Bob's Mug Coffee that everybody is talking about.
We have got some good ones. Campfire Debate. That's a good one. That's probably, it's kind of hard to pick between which is your favorite child, but I'm going to say that's probably one of my most favorite right now is our Campfire Debate. It's the pecan flavored, but it's just perfectly. Of course, I say it's perfectly because it's got my name on it, but it's perfectly, in my opinion, perfectly done. It's not sweet. It's just like pecan. It's good flavored coffee. Another one is our KYD Cabin Blend, and it is our dark roast. We switched over and changed the name from our Glamper. If you like the Glamper, it's still the Glamper, but we have changed it over to the KYD Cabin Blend, and it's really good. It's one of our top sellers. And then we have Tall Tales. If you are into decaf, it's kind of like our Cup of Lies, but there's no caffeine. It's still good coffee though. So that's where we came up with Tall Tales. Yeah, we've got some good ones, and 100% Kona. Yes, it's a really good one. There's no blend to it. It is 100% single origin, all Kona bean. So it's a good seller too.
We're going to be ordering that one soon.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a little more expensive just because there is such a small supply of it. So supply and demand, they mark everything up. But
of course, yeah,
it's really good. So and it's got really distinct flavors. So, but yeah, everything's. We're excited about some more wishes. I don't know if Leslie with Make-A-Wish is on watching. I sent her a message to tell her that we were on, but she's super excited, and all of Make-A-Wish is excited. And we just, I don't know, it's got us on a cloud, and we're just kind of floating through. And we are so grateful and thankful for everyone that has stood behind or beside with us and donated and got us to this point. And we can't thank you enough. So
Now, Campfire Cougar. You forgot Campfire Cougar.
Campground.
Campground. Yeah, that would make you sad. Probably keep the cougar out of the campfire. I got to be honest. When I saw it was a medium roast, I'm thinking, I'm not going to like this because I love dark roast, but because it's a Sumatra, that is an amazing coffee. And so if anybody, I can't say enough about that. They're all good. I love all of your coffees, but that was one that kind of blew me away because I was expecting it to be, again, because it's a medium roast, but it has such good flavor, no acidity. So I wanted to make sure I got that one out there. And honestly, the campfire debate, the pecan, I'm not a flavored coffee fan, and it is excellent because it doesn't have that normal bitterness that sometimes you get from those flavors. It's just a very smooth, nice and smell right out of the bag. Carrie, Rush, you guys are going to freak when you open that bag. The smell, you're not even going to want to brew it. You're just going to want to stand there and it's that amazing. So.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of, it smells sweet, but then when you actually brew it, it's like, wow, that's different. That's really good. It's not what I was expecting in a good way. So
right. And just so everybody knows, if you're not familiar with Bob's Mug Coffee, they donate a minimum of 5% of their profits to Make-A-Wish every month. So not only are you supporting Bobby and April and their family, but you're supporting Make-A-Wish just by buying a product that you would normally buy anyway. So we appreciate all that you do through that. So
Thank you all. Thank everyone. We're grateful.
Right. I'm hoping when we're in Florida, I can go to the roaster so that I can get my stickers put on that KYD coffee. I've got them all made like my Blade does with bubbly. So just have to mess with you.
Yeah, I love that. I loved it when you sent that. That was great.
Like that. Yeah, I said, I'm reading my text, so for those of you going, what are they talking about? So I had taken a picture of the KYD cabin blend, and I went in and did some altering. So it said TWD cabin blend, and then I put our logo on it, and I texted it to Bobby, and what I get back is, oh, my kids thought something was wrong. I was laughing so hard. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure we're not getting a blend. So no, I was just messing with them. So
they came out of the playroom. They were coming out of the playroom. They said, "Are you okay?" Yes, it's fine. It's okay.
This goofy guy. How did I get hooked up with him?
Well, he sent it to work. This week at school has been testing for state testing, and so it's a lot of craziness going on. And that day had been extra crazy, and I was actually on my prep. And I'm in the library where some kids are testing because I don't have my room anymore to go work in. So I'm in there and I'm looking at my phone and I start cracking up because he sent me that text with his little things. Way to go. He had a lot to do that day.
It was creative.
Mark Milinarski, thank you. He put your link for Bob's Mug Coffee
Mark.
in the chat.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
And the other thing is, if you do want to still donate to the S'more Wishes campaign, if you go to the Bob's Mug Coffee site, you'll see the S'more Wishes coffee, and then there's a donate button. That'll take you right to the Make-A-Wish page, and you can make your donations there. We've been stuck on $10,070 for a while, so hopefully we can at least get that number up a little bit more. But even if we don't, again, it's just been amazing.
So I have a question for Bob.
Uh-oh.
Do you know if we get a follow-up story after the wish has been granted?
That would be cool.
Yes, we should, and I will get clarification before I step too far. But yes, we should be able to know where it went, who got to do what. So yes, there should be a follow-up.
That's cool.
That would be cool. Awesome.
And it looks like maybe Mark's put the direct link to the donation page in the chat. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, thank you.
So Russ and Carrie, Let's talk
We
to you
didn't do
for a
it.
minute. No, I know you didn't do it, but we're going to blame you anyway. So, no, nail in the foot. Let's talk about nail in the foot a little bit. For everyone on here that has no clue what nail in the foot is, do you want to kind of explain that project? And
Yeah, I think I'll jump in on this one. So, Carrie and I have really one thing that we have in common about, exploring is we love ghost towns. We like finding old ghost towns and that sort of thing. So Carrie does all the research. She finds all these amazing ghost towns, and we go visit them. Now I do the walkthrough with the GoPro, and get into some situations that probably aren't the safest thing to do. But I'll tell you, the videos the videos are pretty entertaining. But what is amazing is Carrie has gotten so good with her photography that it's only on Facebook right now. We will move into YouTube later, but her photos just drive that channel. The videos you'll get, on a good video, we might reach 40,000 people with 14,000 views. Carrie has constantly, 50, 60, 70,000 reach and just a ton of engagement on those things.
But the video's coming up in the next couple weeks because we're ahead. He gets into some pretty sticky situations. Patrick actually got a glimpse of one when we go visit the Bellamy Bridge.
Yeah, that was fun.
So he gets a little bit wet, let's just say that. And so every Wednesday and Friday we will put up the videos, and Russ actually takes you to these locations and walks through them with you. And then every day we post pictures. But the other reason why we did this is so these are free things to do in most cases, 99% of the time.
Yep.
A few places like Bannock Ghost Town in Montana, you have to pay a little bit. But these are fun things that most of the places that people can go with their families. I saw Travels Abound when they went on a recent trip. They commented on our Instagram and said we were channeling you guys, and they stopped and they took a really cool picture, which when we meet up you have to tell me where that is. And,
Somewhere.
so it's just a lot of fun. It's like a little treasure hunt. The Indiana Jones and all of us kind of comes out when we do that.
Sure.
Yeah, we stopped there for a potty break, and I looked across the road, and April said, "Look at that," and it was over there. I said, "Ooh, Russ and Carrie would love that. I'm gonna go take some pictures." So I took off. I was running across traffic, and yeah.
Yeah, it came out really good. I loved them.
It was beautiful.
awesome. Yeah, I just wanted you to share that because the thing is, and I mentioned it in one of our video last week on TWD Life, like Carrie scouts all these places and just takes these amazing photos.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, if Nails in the Foot was nothing but Instagram photos, it would be amazing. But then Russ will venture into these places with his friend, Buddy, who I'm a little jealous of because Buddy goes everywhere with him now, which is his GoPro camera that he talks to.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets this
Because
awesome.
I won't go in there with them.
No. I believe Carrie told Patty she's ready to go. She's got 9-1 already on the phone. Just waiting to win the last one.
She does.
Yeah. So yeah, I just think it's awesome what you guys are doing. It's entertaining, it's fresh, and can't wait till you come to YouTube. So,
Well, thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.
We have a lot of fun doing that.
So let's see if I missed anything. Yeah, Lynn and Mike said it looks like the rain has finally stopped.
Yep, they want to.
And we're gonna have a bonfire later. Yeah, it sounds like it. And looking at the Doppler, it looks like we might be done for the evening. It's been drizzly here all day, kind of cold, but gray. But yeah, it looks like maybe the rain's over, which would be nice. So,
Nice.
if anybody has any questions for either Bobby and April, or for Russ and Carrie, or Patty and I, just go ahead and drop them into the comment section, and we will start taking your questions. So yeah, and again, we're going to be together June 2nd. I don't think we've set a time yet. We'll get that information out to you, but all 6 of us will be together. And if you're thinking I'm looking a little scruffy, I am, because, Bobby's a little, nervous about this whole shave thing. So I told him to try to make it less painful, I will not shave until June 2nd, and I will go first, kind of like the warm-up act. And I said, maybe we can talk Russ into not shaving until June 2nd.
It would look just like this.
It would look, yeah, I can't. I wish. I gave it a good old college try for about 8 months, and it looked like this. So I wish.
This might be it. 'cause
She
it's not like
tonight
that.
said that's probably going to be about it for you because I'm following and tackling. So anyway, but yeah, so that's why I'm looking like this. So I'm gonna go first, and I'll shave, and then, which will be very anticlimactic because obviously yours is going to be much more entertaining.
yeah. It may be like a treasure hunt. It'll be fun.
Yeah. I mean, in such a good way, because the fact that you said that, and you're going to make some kid's dream come true, and
Yep. It's a good thing.
Yeah,
and
I'm glad to do it. I'm glad to do it, and I'm thankful for everybody. I'm more than happy to do it for sure. So yeah, it's just gonna be it's still gonna. I may tear up a little bit, but I'll be okay.
It'll be okay, Bob. Don't worry.
April will have tears of joy, and it's what it is. So.
Oh, you go ahead.
Don't just forgive her if she giggles the whole time. Last year during the pandemic, now Russ is very particular, or has been very particular about his haircuts over the year.
Oh no!
I've known him to stop a hairdresser mid haircut and say, "I'll wait for the next lady." And then the pandemic hit, and he couldn't get his haircut, so he asked me to cut his hair. And the first time I did that, I thought he just wanted a buzz cut, like have it all gone.
Yeah,
and it was right before our son's wedding, and I thought he was going to divorce me. But that hair grew back pretty quick, and he let me redeem myself while we were in West Yellowstone. But it had grown really long, and so I had a little fun, and I started giving him a mohawk and a little bit. So have fun with it, April, because it won't happen very often.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about letting the kids just kind of go crazy because I'm gonna have to buzz it first, and then I'll shave it. But I may let the kids have some fun and see what comes of it with the buzz.
I think so.
So yeah, it'll be a good time. We'll have a lot of fun.
Kind of like taking down the basketball hoop.
Yeah.
Just take a little piece.
Everybody, hey, we should all get to get a little piece. So the hoop for the basketball tournament. Yeah. And Lynn says she just buzzes Mike's hair and he loves it.
Yeah.
So maybe April just keep going right on up and over.
There's not much up there.
Well, don't feel bad about that. So. So Randy from Randy's Adventures is in here. Hey, Randy, welcome. In fact, you know what? We should. I'm gonna. Patty, you want to update them on something that's going on there?
Well, Mark's an update of this wishes campaign, and he had posted that our update is we're at $10,000 for $10,420 is our.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Woo,
I'll
thank
get
you.
it out.
So I'm trying. I was going to see, Randy, are you? If I send you the link, Randy, would you want to join us? And she'll comment here in a minute. But I'm trying to figure out how to email. I don't know. I think I got Randy's email here, so that's not going to happen. It helps if I.
Jim Kuzman just showed up.
Jim
Hi, Jim.
Kuzman. That means Uki somewhere nearby.
Jim, your birds that are coming to your bird feeders are just beautiful. I've been seeing your pictures. They're gorgeous. Beautiful pictures.
Patty can't see the screen
I can't see anything.
Because I'm trying to send an email to Randy. And for some reason, I think the old fashioned's kicking in because nothing's going quite right here.
You missed out, Patty. Russ just showed up in his lederhosen.
Yeah, lederhosen. Yeah, you need to be in your lederhosen.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
There was a question. I did see somebody ask, what would Bobby do if we hit 15,000? I think Bobby's probably done enough.
I think they want to know what you would do.
Yeah.
That was Mark. Mark wanted to know what you would do.
Oh, no, he wanted to know what I would do? No, I don't think that's what it said.
I thought it read that way.
Yeah,
Patrick should go shopping in Walmart in a kilt.
Shopping in Walmart in a kilt.
Right.
I would do that, but I don't own a kilt, so I would do that.
We can change that.
So I
Speedo.
a Speedo.
yeah.
Oh, nobody wants that. Trust me, don't pay just to keep that from happening.
Yeah.
Oh, Jim says Uki will be along shortly.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
let's see, what else have we missed? Wonder what the beverages are. Oh, so the beverages tonight are I'm drinking an old fashioned. Patty's drinking
Gatorade.
Let's go to Russ and Carrie next.
Perrier.
Yingling Light, courtesy
Oh,
of Patrick
Yuengling.
from the Gulf Shores.
Yeah.
And in the lower corner, Bud Light.
Really boring. It's just strawberry.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So, yep, those are the beverages tonight.
I don't know where you got fun and funny though.
Oh, I'm going to update my screen.
Okay.
He says we're at 420.
Yeah.
And Mark Milinarski would never lead us astray.
Yeah. Mr. Mark.
But I will update. I'm not doing this as well as Carrie did it. I'm at 10-3-20,
Yeah.
but Mark thinks I already shop in a kilt.
No.
So.
No.
So Randy, I don't know if you want to join us, but I did email you that link. So because Randy, during our last live stream a couple weeks ago, said that she was going to join in with us as far as Russ and Carrie and Patty and I had already said we would donate our ad revenue from the month of April to the campaign. And then for those of you who maybe were on there and saw that we had already made donations, we just went ahead and estimated what our revenue would be and put it in to get it going. And then if we go over that, obviously we'll put in the additional amount. Although Patty doesn't know this, but I made maybe a couple more donations along the way. So it just feels good to give, right?
Yes, but I keep telling you, this is a fundraiser,
right?
And you got to be patient.
Thank you, Carrie.
It's fine. Same problem, Patty. Same problem.
It's yeah. Bobby and I have had a few discussions about that through text message about how
patience.
Yeah, we get impatient.
I'm just like, oh, but I can give money. Oh, April's like, no, it's a fundraiser. Let's let other people donate. I can donate. Look at this. Look at it. So,
fundraiser.
purse is empty.
So now we're just, we're happy to be able to give, help out, and
definitely.
I said to Patty, this is what I said to her. I said, "Would you like a new piece of Tiffany, or would you like to make a wish come true?" And she was like, "Oh, definitely make the wish come true. I don't need any more jewelry."
What? This is going on.
Nice try.
Actually, it was more like this. It was like, did you want a new Max Air fan, or do you want to give to the kids? And so I don't get my Max Air fan. Actually, I want to get a new weight distribution system because Randy and Shelley have a brand new Rockwood mini light, and they went with the Anderson weight distribution system, which doesn't use bars, it uses chains. So I was looking at Randy's, he was showing me how it worked. I had already been looking at it online, so I went online this morning to order it. You can't get one.
Nope.
They're out of stock. And Anderson's saying 5 to 7 weeks to get one. So, hey, look who's down below. It's Randy from Randy's Adventures.
From Minnesota.
Minnesota. How is it up there, Randy? Have you thawed out yet?
Yes.
Oh, can we hear her?
I don't know if she can hear us.
Can you hear us, Randy?
I can hear you.
There we
There
go.
she is. Yay! So how's things in Minnesota?
We're finally thawed out.
Oh, good. Good.
So have you been out camping recently?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, we're on a delay.
We are on a delay.
We're doing good here. I think I'm lagging.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Okay. I've got a big camping trip coming up, but I've been not camping in 2 weeks, so I'm like stressing out.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for joining us and for your generous offer a couple weeks ago on the live stream to help make the wish come true for a child. I don't think any of us can say thank you enough for that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I feel like I'm on the Today
I
Show where
know.
there's always a delay.
Yeah.
Robert, yes.
It's a great cause.
It is. Yeah.
And for those of you that and maybe haven't, I don't know that anybody in the room doesn't know you, Randy, because I think, our communities are all so tight together. But, Randy, number one, inspired Patty and I to actually start winter camping.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know that we would have done it without Randy's videos and her telling us we could do it. But she has this great channel that really helps out. I know you kind of always say the smaller trailers, but you help out everybody in the RV community with all of your tips and tricks, and so great job. And we're just again so thankful not only to have you part of this, but be a friend with all of us. So.
Thank you.
Sorry for the delay.
She got Princess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody say hi to Princess. That's Randy's beautiful puppy right there.
Hi, Princess.
Princey. Big debut, Princey. Oh,
Here before. Yes.
Truman.
Not Truman. Bessie's sleeping.
We've got
Yeah.
Jack here, but all you see is a little black hump. He's got his head tucked behind Carrie.
That's Jack.
Jack.
Hi, Jack.
There we go.
We popped up.
Back to bed.
And we still want to free Nick Cooper.
Yeah, he's asleep. He had the sniffles. He had the sniffles earlier, so he has a little bit of allergy med.
I told them when we were planning the trip for June 2nd for the big shave off, I said Abby's going to be so excited to meet Nick, and I was told that Nick will not be there.
Oh, bummer.
He'll be boarded.
Yeah.
So Abby's going to be very sad. I would say free Nick Cooper. It's going to trend. See, Abby knows we're talking about her.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey, get back. You go break the table.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens between now and then.
Hi.
All right. So, hey, Dave Fitch, I think you're still on here. I just sent you the link. We want to see how big we can get this Hollywood Squares going.
That's right.
And if you can forward that link, because I don't have an email or text right now for the Wagners, you can turn that over to them if they want to jump in too. So,
Patrick's going crazy with technology today.
it's working. We better use it while we can.
We don't have a little iPhone down in the corner with Instagram.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I mean, I felt so bad. I was so excited about that last live stream, and I wanted it to be perfect because, I mean, we were trying to kick off this fundraiser, and everything that could have possibly went wrong that night did, except for it all went right in terms of the fundraiser. So,
yeah.
And that at the end of the day, that's all that mattered.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
hey, Mark and Carrie from the Art of RVing are here.
Hi, guys.
We're playing Hollywood Squares tonight. We've never done this.
No.
So what I ended up doing, in case anybody's wondering, is we were using a program called Ecamm Live, which I'm sure is still a great software program for live streaming, but we were just having so many issues. So we're using a program tonight, or a web-based, or I guess that's what you'd call it, called StreamYard. And I pay, it's like a monthly subscription. They do have a free service, but I did try out their monthly. So it seems to be working a lot better using StreamYard versus Ecamm Live. So, oops, Truman's stuck. There we go. little in the trunk. You know, you could be a little more delicate, like Princess.
Oh, Dad, don't do
So,
that.
oh no, that wasn't for me. Somebody was asking what was for dinner, but I don't think that was.
No.
Hi, Peter. Peter from New Brunswick, Canada.
Hi,
Welcome, Peter. Glad to have you here, and glad you were able to get across the border, at least virtually.
Yeah.
We would love to come up to Canada. Obviously, Russ and Carrie and Patty and I were supposed to be heading out to Alaska in about 5 or 6 weeks, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, that isn't going to happen because of everything that's going on.
Yep.
So we would definitely love to.
Someday.
Yeah.
Yep.
We, like I said, we'd love to get up there even this year, but I just don't think. Oh, hey, here we go. I got to bring in some friends.
Yep. Here we go.
There we go. Let's see here. Add. There we go. There's Lynn and part of Mike.
Hey.
And there's
This
Andrea.
way.
Hey, everybody.
Hey
Wow,
guys.
look at this.
We got a party going on.
That's right.
Mike's popping the champagne.
Oh, so for all of you who don't know, Mike and Lynn from Wandering Wagners, and make sure you check out their channel. They are in a Super C, which is beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, and you guys love that trailer. I mean, I know you were in the Airstream. It was a pretty cool trailer, but now you're in the Super C. What do you like, dislike?
We like the motorhome, the way that you can travel in a motorhome versus a travel trailer, especially with the dogs. Yeah. Plus, we have laundry on board. I can do laundry going down the road. Who doesn't like that?
Oh, that's cool.
Yes. I'm jealous.
We were talking yesterday, Mike and I because I was asking him, like, how loud it is, because when my dad had a Class A, it just sounded like the whole thing was going to rattle apart. And Mike was showing me some video of theirs, and it's not that way. I'm impressed with how quiet your ride actually was. I think it's fine.
Yeah, we've got it narrowed down to where it's pretty good now. So it's pretty quiet. You could take a nap if you wanted. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, awesome. And then we also have Dave and Andrea, who are with following the pitches. I was trying to make sure I could see them down there. It's every time I have somebody in, the squares start getting smaller and smaller.
That's what your dad's saying.
Yeah, we could just get rid of me altogether, actually. So, Dave, are you doing okay over there?
Yeah, we're doing good.
All right.
We can you can almost see you guys in our background over here. If I had the camera turned just a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we're just all hanging out, and Dave and Andrea are in a Grand Design Reflection, if I remember right.
We have an Imagine.
Oh, Imagine.
He wants the
Reflection. Yes.
We should have bought the Reflection, but you know.
We know how that goes.
All right. So let's see. We have any? The Haley family joined us.
I don't see any questions.
I don't see any.
No?
Everybody's talking about how we're getting smaller, and it looks like the
Smaller.
Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
We would need 3 more to make the Brady Bunch, and then nobody will see anybody if we do that.
Jerry
So,
Lover's here.
you know, Art of RVing says they want a beard like that. Bob, could we auction off the beard?
In 2 months, I want a beard like this too. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with whatever. If we want to delay
said he was
interested, I'm fine with that too.
I do have a question for Mike. So, Mike, if somebody, because I get this question a lot of times people ask me if I will make a video on how to back up the trailer, and I always tell them no, that they just need to go to your video because it's so well done. But for somebody who's brand new, who's really scared about backing in an RV, do you have, because I know you're an instructor, do you have any tips? Like, is there anything you say to somebody who's never backed? Like you say, do this or don't do that?
I think the best overall, all-around advice is steer small, move slow.
Sounds good.
Okay. Just take it slow and
steer small.
Over. Yeah. That seems like that's what I remember myself doing when I first started. And it seems like what I see a lot of times is when people start seeing the trailer start to, they try to overcompensate. And
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't turn the wheel more than a quarter of the way is usually like what you had told me, or something small. Like a lot of people crank it as far as it'll go, and then can't chase it around.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think that's what I mean. If anybody has any questions about backing your RV, and now is definitely the time to be typing them into the chat. Like I said, and I'm being very serious now. Like I won't make that video because number one, I just think your video is so well done, and why would you create something that's out there? And interestingly enough, though, I think you've taken some grief on that video, which cracks me up since like that's your life. So
that's just life.
Yeah.
Some people say I can't cook or can't inspect welds, but here I am living the dream,
Exactly.
Even the
So,
haters have the notifications turned on.
It's always somebody that knows, a little better than the experts.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm constantly being corrected. It's not like I do it for a living.
Right, exactly. I know. Yeah. So, and I wanted to say hi to Sue. Sue says, "Hi guys from California."
Hi,
So,
Sue.
welcome, Sue. Thank you for joining us tonight. So that leads me. Does anybody want to share like one of your funniest troll comments that you ever received?
Someone said I look like John Cena.
What? Wow.
Well, he's Buddy and I'm Duddy.
Yeah. That's been a couple years ago. Somebody said it's like watching Buddy and Duddy.
Yeah.
That was the campground etiquette video.
On the other side of Bill's truck. Just pull right up to the tree.
Hey, Bobby, I know your camel's just getting going. Have you had any nasty comments yet? Probably not.
There's been a couple. My tire video has, I think, 9,000 views now, and there's been a couple of that I've had to sweep away. But for the most part, it's kind of the thing that gets annoying is the repetitive same question or the repetitive same comment. It's kind of like, why don't you just read the comments? I just answered that like 2 comments ago. Come on, please. But
Right.
yeah, that's the only issue, really. I mean, there really hasn't been a nasty one, but there have been a couple. I'm like, that's not. We're gonna get rid of that one. So.
Ookie's here.
Ookie. Hi, Ookie. And again, I can't say thank you enough to Abe or Ookie the Frog. He designed the logo for the S'more Wishes campaign.
Thank you, Abe.
So,
thank you.
Randy, what about you? Do you ever get any of those fun comments on your videos?
I'm hearing so much comments and talking. I really can't hear everybody. I must have a bad connection.
Okay.
Maybe. Okay, we'll leave you alone.
I'm like,
Live.
This is live. It's not Memorex. Now, Russ, I know because you have a couple channels now. You have Rose We Roam, but you have your original channel, Travel Treasure. Did I say that right?
Yeah. So that one's about a 23,000 sub, but it's a very SEO channel, so nobody is really vested in the channel. So you don't have those backers that'll come in and bat for you, whenever somebody goes crazy. But yeah, I mean, it's more of a treasure hunting channel. That's the industry that I work in, and yeah, I'll get a lot. I'll get a lot of really nasty ones on that one. But what's fun about that is it is an SEO channel, so I can respond in kind. So.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's always the question of like, how do you respond to those? And yeah, I like some of your responses.
I was going to say, Alice from Downsizing Makes Sense had called me the other day and had even asked me about that, because when you are so vested in YouTube and doing this, it's hard to not take some of those comments personally. And I just told her, you know what? Don't give them any time of your day. Just ignore those negative ones. Respond to the people that have, good comments or constructive criticism. And then use the time that you would have spent trying to think of a good answer for that person into being creative and enjoying your time, and just ignore those nasty grams. And she said ever since she started doing that, her headaches have gone away and she's starting to enjoy doing it more. So just ignore the nasty comments.
You know, I think that's a thing too. You've got to remember that this is the comments are a written format. So a lot of times somebody may not be trying to be nasty, but the way they've typed it out comes across like that. So it's really, I think, you know, you've got to take a lot of that with a grain of salt. I mean, there are some, you know, that
John
you just
Cena.
yeah, that the John Cena or you're fat or something like that. Yeah, there's no mistaking that, you know, but yeah, I think, you know, it's just, you know, focus on the good.
Yeah, don't give them your energy.
Exactly.
What about you, Dave? I haven't heard from you.
Yeah, we don't get too many, but I wish we got more. I know that sounds really crazy.
He's like, bring it on.
I feel like, you know, our channel isn't it's not near as big as your guys's, but like I feel like when you start getting that stuff, it's like a couple things. It's like a rite of passage because it's going to happen at some point, right?
Yep.
And then also, like, the more you get, obviously the more people are watching, and the more trolls you get, you know, it's the sign of a little bit of success, right? So, but no, we got one that I did a modification on our camper, and I had to use a saw and cut a square hole to put a panel in. And someone reminded me that, you know, there goes your warranty, a-hole. Good job. You know, something like that. So. He also reminded me that I should have had safety glasses on as well. And maybe I should have. I don't know.
Guess what you're getting for Christmas?
Yeah, exactly. No, I welcome those, though. I'm kind of looking forward as we
get some on ours.
Subscribers a few months ago, and you know, I'm kind of thinking like, all right, I'm kind of welcoming it a little bit. I know it sounds goofy, but it's true.
Safety Sally's, they always come out.
Yep.
Yeah, it's, you know, and that's the thing. They used to really bother me, and honestly, Russ. Well, there for a while, I think that's just you were probably getting sick of me always sending them to you. But Russ was always talking me off the ledge and being, you know, and because he had dealt with it before, and so he kind of understood. And I was taking them personal, and they still periodically they will get to me, you know, but some of them are almost just hilarious because, like you said, the way they write them. And so, yeah, it's always fun to share those out. Like I said, I don't think, Randy, you probably get any because you're such a nice person. Like,
I can hear now, and I have gotten some, and they can be crushing, but I too think about the fact that they must not have anything else to do, and I actually feel sorry for them.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, because, you know, some of them are just so out there. I mean, you're right. You just kind of have to feel sorry for them because, you know, I don't think any of us mind constructive criticism. If you say my audio's bad, hey, great. That's feedback. We'll work on that. But when it's just mean-spirited, those are the ones that, you know. Hey, Bill Cade's here tonight. I know.
Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah, I was going to say, some of you know Bill. So, hi, Bill. And Bill's here in Ohio. Robert Stitch is here also. And Wade says, wow, all my best YouTubers. So, welcome, Wade. Let's see, what else do we have going on here? Keyboard bullies, crushing comments from their parents' basement. You got it, Haley family.
There's a question from Uki.
Okay, question from Uki. What's the best way to starve off wanting to get nasty back? Like, do you type out a response and delete it, or just to get it out? Or just to get it out? That's a great question, Uki. What does everybody do on that? Do you
kill him
with kindness?
You know my favorite response? Bless your heart. ...
Yep.
Or I sent one to Russ the other day, but I don't think it was a very good one because then Russ was like, and I had to explain it.
Yeah.
Because this guy, he wrote.
That happens a lot with me.
Yeah. Well, I was like, okay, if I have to explain it to Russ, that probably wasn't a good response. But it was, gosh, I don't even remember what it was, but it sounded like gibberish. It was like Jeezum something. And Mark ended up looking it up, and it was some Vermont slang. But my response was Walla Walla. And then I sent it to Russ, and he's like, what does that mean? And I said, well, that's travels with Delaney speak for something bad. So, but I can't say on air because we're a family channel.
MJ and Izzy are here.
Hey, MJ and Izzy, Endless RVings
Jason,
here.
yeah.
And if you want to see some funny comments, check out, they have a recent video where they talk about some of the nastiest comments, or in some cases just hilarious comments that they've received. And, Dave's right. The more subscribers you get and the more your videos get viewed, the more you will receive those nasty comments. So right now, Bobby and April are kind of shielded from it, and Dave and Andrea are slowly starting to get into that water. The rest of us on here are all in the deep end of the pool, so to say. And I just find it funny that people would tell Mike he doesn't know what he's doing on a video on how to back a trailer, when like if there was a professional that I would consult, I mean, it would. I'm trying to think who it would be like. It would be like telling like Gordon Ramsay doesn't know how to make some dish. You know, like you don't know what you're doing. You know, like a professional chef. It's ludicrous, but.
You can hide behind the computer, though. You can hide behind the keyboard. That's what we tell the kids at school. Social media, you can hide. You just tell it face to face. We can really say it.
Right.
So, yeah.
So, hey, Lynn, do you ever get any comments about your baking? Like you didn't use the convection microwave right or something?
I don't think I've ever gotten any comments negative about my cooking or baking. And if I did, I would just say, then if you don't like it this way, then you do it your way. And that's a lot of the reason why I don't give out recipes for cooking. I do for baking, but for cooking, because some people, I can't have salt, so I can't make this. Well, don't add it then. Like use it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But I say that in the video, so it's already like preemptive, so they don't, need to make that comment.
Endless RVing says, "Ooh, nasty comments. Yes, fun. Today we are idiots, apparently." So apparently they must have got a comment telling them. Yeah.
Oh,
good times. Let's see what else we got going on here. I'm just trolling the comments so I don't miss anything. You think we're okay? You've been keeping up with it?
Yep.
Hey, Stop Eat Explore is here, everybody.
Hey, Dave and Susan.
So, Dave and Susan, have you broken that Avia out of winter storage yet?
Hopefully.
So, hopefully you have. So, Randy, did you get any negative comments on your cleaning video where you talked about the vinegar water solution and the idea of not using harsh chemicals that might cause things like cancer?
I really didn't. I did get somebody that said using apple cider vinegar versus regular vinegar, and that was the worst comment I got.
Okay, that's good because I didn't know.
But I didn't hear you.
I said, how will you ever recover from that harsh comment?
Yeah, I know, right? If that's the worst it gets, I'm okay. No, I was surprised that people were very optimistic and willing to try it. In fact, I've gotten some follow-up comments, and people have really taken it to heart and really using vinegar to clean everything that they've got, including their RV and their home. So I was glad that was well received.
All right. Mark from Art of RVing says sometimes he gets some Gus haters. Gus is his puppet friend, and I don't know how anybody could hate on Gus, and apparently it wasn't just comments, it was emails too. Now, I'm trying to think if we've ever had a nasty email. I don't think we've had a nasty email. I think it's mainly in the comment section.
We haven't had a nasty email, but we've had nasty messages like on our Facebook page saying that we don't know how to manage money, but they have no idea what we make.
That's great. So used to be the only place we got the nasty stuff was on YouTube, but last summer when we traded the Tab 400 or we sold the Tab 400 to Mark and bought the Lance, we finally got our first kind of meanness on Facebook, and then eventually Instagram. But on Facebook, I had somebody who said that they were going to unsubscribe because brand loyalty was important to them, and obviously we weren't very loyal to New Camp. And so I just to respond said, I understand. And, we love New Camp and we're still friends with people at New Camp. And And then they came right back at me to say, well, again, Patrick, we watched you because of your new camp videos, and because you don't make them, you're just like all the other YouTubers. And quite frankly, KYD and Less Junk make better videos. Like, okay, like,
all right.
So that was kind of the first for us on Facebook. It was like, all right. And that one kind of hurt a little bit just because I'm like, why do you have to be so met? Most of our new friends were so excited. Lynn, Mike, you guys probably got that a little bit with the Airstream, right? When you sold, did you get anybody who was mad that you got rid of the Airstream?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we said that they're going to leave our channel because we left Airstream.
Well, goodbye.
I was then going to go find them and ask them if they were going to leave Less Junk because they got rid of their Airstream.
Good point.
Good point.
So the rest of you don't go. Randy, don't go trading trailers. Russ, stay right there with your little guys.
Uh-oh. We already learned.
Okay, Wade has a question. He says, I have saved up for a concrete 25 by 60 foot pad covering my first RV and truck. Do I put off buying until next year to get a better price? I'm a newbie. Oh, well, you can get a lot of opinions here on this one. We got 6 of us, so who wants to jump in on that one? Should Wade wait to purchase an RV until next year in hopes of a better price?
Do it.
And the person sitting here who doesn't want to be camera has already weighed in an opinion. She says, "Don't wait." So
no, I would say go now. I mean, it's not.
We got a good problem.
I don't see any benefit of waiting.
No. I personally think life's too short. I think you go for it. Yeah.
Me too.
So you won't regret it. It's lots of fun. You'll have a good time.
And there are deals out there. That's what Shelly was just saying. Is they got a great deal this spring on their Rockwood. So there are deals to be had out there. I mean, does anybody else have an opinion on that?
A lot can change in a year. I would just go for it now.
Yeah.
Even if you save some money, it's not going to be. It's not like you're going to save half, right, or anything like that. It's nothing crazy. It's just a little bit of money, right? And we did 30 trips last year. Like, think about how much a year can. That's a long time.
Yeah, there's a lot of variables in life, so yeah, go ahead and do it.
Exactly.
Maybe as long as you're not settling on the RV, so you're getting an RV that you truly want.
Yeah.
And I know Paul Chamberlain, our friend, the Air Force guy, I talked to him about this. It's been a few months ago. And like he said, prices are going to continue to go up, even if demand goes down. Like, you never see prices going backwards. And like he said, so maybe you wait a year and you save a couple thousand, but when you spread that out over the life you're going to own that RV, do you want to miss a whole season of camping? So, okay, here's another question. How do you handle reservations versus boondocking out west? In other words, not all campsites take reservations, so I'll be winging it some of the time. Kind of scary.
We did a lot.
I'm going to let Russ and Carrie take that one because they were out west quite a bit.
We very rarely have reservations, to be honest. We've had a lot of people ask us, are we running into issues where campgrounds are full? The only place we've really run into that was Florida. During, when you go to Florida in January and February, it's going to be booked. But out west, there's always been openings. We use Campendium a lot. We like to dry camp a lot. So there are times where we will look at a campground, maybe where we want to go, and if they may be full, or if we can't get there at a reasonable hour to check in, then we have a boondocking spot as our backup thing that we already have at the ready. And I would just say pick your target place and then have 2 or 3 as a backup. And we've never been stranded in the middle of the night without somewhere to go.
And I think Mike and Lynn can also address this, even though maybe not out west per se, but in general, because you guys typically are like us. You don't make a lot of reservations, correct?
Yeah, we usually don't ever reserve. Now, when we're going to like a state park or a campground, like they require reservations. Generally, we make that the day of our arrival because we know we're going to be there. Like here at Harrison Lake, we didn't reserve this site until yesterday around like noon, maybe even a little later than that. And the site just opened up. Our motto that we tell everyone is that someone always cancels.
Yep.
You don't have to book 6 months out. Just have more adventure that way.
Yep.
That's true.
And I'm seeing more campgrounds that are offering first come, first serve basis campsites as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't make a lot of reservations typically because of exactly what Lynn was saying. A lot of times, you know, we can't guarantee, but it seems like you will see those last minute cancellations. So you just have to be persistent in checking, and something might open up. So I honestly would not, Jennifer, I would not worry too much about it. And the great thing out west that we don't have here in the east, they have so much government land. And so there's always backups, and then there's always Cracker Barrel. It seems like Cracker Barrel is everywhere now, and even though Walmarts have gotten more restrictive, Cracker Barrel, I've never been turned down by a Cracker Barrel. So that's a great question, Jennifer. Lippy Lisa says, we love all your channels no matter what you drive or tow. We turn in for you guys, not what you use. So thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa.
And then It's About Time Now says life has no guarantees. Make the most of it. And Mark, we bought a trailer during COVID. Okay, Mark.
You had an inside scoop on that, Mark.
Yeah, Mark kind of had the inside on the scoop. I bought a new trailer because of Mark, because he bought my trailer, so I had to get a new trailer. Wayne Kern says, we just talked to Paul Chamberlain yesterday to start the process. I don't think prices are going to go backwards. Once they get a higher price, they will stick with it.
Yeah.
And I would agree. I think you would have to see some ridiculous decline in demand and a over flooded used market to see any movement backwards. And I don't know if that's going to happen. So let's see. That might be just some chatter about dinner. I want to make sure I haven't missed anything. Adam has a question. Patrick and Patty, are you going to try to go to Fort Wilderness on your summer trip?
I'm going to say no, Adam. We have kind of decided that we've been there a lot, and that we might try to do that next Christmas time when we're in Florida. But we're going to go to St. Augustine. We've never been there. We're going to just go right across. What do you call it? The Panhandle, right over here.
Yep, we're going to go straight across to St. Augustine. So, Adam, I don't know how close you are to St. Augustine, but I can get you those dates that were booked at St. Augustine. So, and Dreaming Out Loud says their Cracker Barrel will not allow overnight. Neither does Wally World. So that's a first, because like I said, we've never been turned down at a Cracker Barrel.
Is that out in Pennsylvania?
I don't know.
I don't know. Dreaming Out Loud, can you tell us what state that's in?
That's the only area we have run into that, in and around the Hershey area. When we went there 2 years ago, they were very strict. At the Walmarts, you couldn't even shop there during the day. They would not allow an RV to come into their parking lot to shop during the day in that area, which was the first time I had ever seen that.
Yeah, Haley family says that we are scared with kids. We're such planners, but if we didn't have the kids, we would roll it. And I could understand that. I mean, I always figure worst case scenario, Patty and I'll just either keep driving all night. I mean, that would be like absolute worst case scenario. But usually there's some place you can find to pull in. And the other thing I would recommend is if you're not going to make a reservation, you're going to go to like BLM land or Free National Forest or Recreation, get there early in the day. Don't wait till it's dark to decide to do it, because that way if it's full or you can't find it, it's in the daylight. So Truman likes old fashions too. So
that's why you and Truman get along.
Right. Hey, Adam, we might be near there for one night. I will shoot me an email sometime before, say, June. Shoot me an email before June 1st, and I'll let you know. We should have a firmer plan. Maybe we can at least meet for dinner or something. We met Adam, everybody, and Hershey. We worked the Hershey RV show about 2.5 years ago. representing New Camp at their booth, and Adam had flown up to look at some, I think, Lance trailers, if I remember right.
So, yeah.
And we got to meet Adam at the Hershey show, which was pretty cool.
Looks like Manassas, Virginia doesn't like Walmart doesn't let park there.
Yep, Patty Gillen says neither of the Walmarts in Manassas, Virginia will let you park. They don't own the parking lots. Okay, well, that makes sense. And I have found more, I don't know about the rest of you, we have found that Walmarts are getting much more restrictive. It seems like there's more Walmarts now that won't. At least that's the way it feels.
It feels that way, yeah. It does.
Hey, Dave, I think you did a Cabela's recently, right?
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that. That was actually a really nice experience, and they had a dump station and water there as well.
Oh, wow.
We see it at the one in Lexington on the way down to Tennessee and Georgia. It was pretty nice.
Yeah. And I think not Cracker, I believe Camping Worlds, if you're a Good Sam's member, I've heard they will let you stay in their parking lot overnight for free. We've never done it, but.
Yeah, I believe that's true. We live really close to a Camping World, and I believe that's true. We've never done it.
Yeah, ours off of 40. Ours off 40 over in Central Arkansas. It does. It has hookups and everything in the parking lot.
No. So, I mean, there's so many options out there if you do a little research. I mean, there's options. Bill Cade wants to know if anybody's going to Vermont this year. We are. We will be in Vermont, Bill, in July.
After July 4th.
Yeah, I want to say around maybe. I don't know the exact date yet. I do, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But we will be in Vermont for about a week. So, and then Dreaming Out Loud says they met their favorite or the awesome YouTube channel in Hershey. That must have been. Who was that? That must have been Russ and Carrie.
I've got video of them laughing when I walked into an arm of a what are they called? Awning arm. Actually, it wasn't them. It was a brother-in-law.
Oh boy.
Well, a little jealous, Russ. I mean, I'm just saying. Hashtag romance. But,
Okay.
Well, the secrets are coming out now.
That's right. Yeah, Russ and I have been accused of worse. So, Mike Anatra's here, everybody. Hey, Mike, I'm glad you added that. He says Harvest Host is the best.
Yes.
And that can be. But has anybody else I don't know who all's Harvest Host members here. Have you ever been turned down for a Harvest Host reservation?
No, but we've gotten no responses when we called.
Okay. And Patty and I were turned down, 3 times 2 years ago out west, just because they were full. Like they may only had 2 spots, and we would call 24 hours in advance, and they had already accepted two spots. So
a few places were having wedding receptions or something, and they had things going on too. So
right. Yeah. So, but I think Harvest Host. If you're not a Harvest Host member, we love Harvest Host.
Yes.
It's. Now their prices just go up April 16th to $99. But if you use one of our links, and I believe there's several of us in here that are Harvest Host affiliates, you will save 15%. And then what's nice is whatever rate you lock in on, as long as you don't let your membership expire, you keep renewing it, you will always keep your current rate. Like Patty and I signed up on the $49 plan several years ago, so we still pay $49 a year. So I always make every year it does not expire. I get it renewed early.
Yeah, we just paid $83 last night.
Hey, the Star. It says, hi from New Zealand. Sorry I missed most. I'm working today. Have a great night. Well, thank you for stopping by. New Zealand is our absolutely farthest country that we have people stop by from, which is awesome.
Well, look here. Dreaming Out Loud says they've received a knock at the door at a Harvest Host by police.
Okay, you've got to share that story, Dreaming Out Loud. Why did you get a knock at the Harvest Host of all places?
Correct.
Now, I did see a review just recently that was a little unnerving. It was at a brewery, because I've been looking for Harvest Host for the summer. And, we lost somebody. I think we lost Russ and Carrie. Russ and Carrie.
No.
Somebody left a review that they got a knock at their door in the middle of the night. It was a brewery in a city, but it was a homeless person asking for money.
Oh, geez.
So that was, that might have been a little unnerving.
Yeah.
And Mike says, check out Paper Moon Winery in Vermilion on a Saturday night. I'm going to guess they have live entertainment.
That'd be my guess.
That would be my guess why he's saying a Saturday night.
Yeah.
So that's what I like to do. We like to find wineries that have entertainment and stay on those nights, because then it's like you're getting a free place to park. You go have a nice wine or get a bottle of wine, listen to the live music, and then walk back to your camper. So Mike says yes. So man, all right. Oh, I'll check our number real quick. Oh, Russ says campground Wi-Fi dropped. Oh, good. Hashtag glad he's not mad at me.
Told you not to say that.
I know. Sorry, Bobby. I let it out. Bobby thought we had something going. But, here's the thing, Bobby. This is a true story. So, hold on. Let me finish this text back to Russ. So, I get this email. This has been maybe a month ago, and it was because some coffee company had seen that I was promoting Bob's Mug Coffee, and so they reached out to see if I'd be interested in testing out their coffee. And I sent back and real nice and said, thank you so much for the offer. However, we're already in a relationship with another company or a partnership. And then I sent it to Bobby and said, I may have changed my Facebook status to in a relationship. So, Stop Eat Explore says, homeless lady trying to bum money after we went to bed. She said, don't shoot me. Oh, that had to be scary, though.
Oh, my gosh.
For her or for them?
No, for either. I don't know. Okay, Dreaming Out Loud. Here we go. It's a long story, but we did a video. I don't remember that.
I don't know.
It was at a distillery, and the alarm was sounding, and police showed up, and so on. Kind of scary, but afterwards, not surprised as that's how we roll. Okay, so yeah, so the alarm triggered the police showing up, so it wasn't like they were trying to kick you off the Harvest Host property. Oh, that would be scary, though. Also had a visit by another police officer because he wanted a tour of our van.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Randy, you're the only one in the room left now that probably gets people knocking, wanting tours, because you have the cutest of all of our trailers or RVs or motorhomes. I would say the little guy Max is probably the one that draws the most people.
Yeah, I do get people that want to take a peek inside, but with COVID, now everybody's so standoffish and they're like keeping their distance. So I think that's had a big, impact on the people really wanting to really ask to get inside.
I can see that. Definitely.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, do you guys get out of people when you're out camping that want to see your Super C? Because I mean, the Super Cs are kind of cool and different.
No, not really. We had a lot of attention when we had the Airstream.
I bet so.
But we get a lot of people that stare and point at the Super C.
We did have someone stop. We saw them taking pictures, and then they came over later and wanted to see it. That was at John Bryan last year, and their names were Mike and Lynn. It was kind of weird.
Oh, wow, that's kind of wild. I texted Russ, hashtag glad he's not mad at me. He says, LOL, ? I need an explanation later. I probably should have just left that one alone.
Exactly.
Now I'm going to have to make a phone call. I didn't really think he was mad at me, but
yeah.
So
it was a joke. Yeah.
And Dave, I hate to say this, but I cannot walk through an RV park anymore. If I see an Imagine, the first thing I say to Patty.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
I'm like, I hate Fitch. I can't get it out of my mind now. The front of an Imagine trailer looks like a sports bra. The way they did the white. Dave says it in the video like you'll never get it out of your head again, and it's like he's right.
How do you think I feel towing it down the road? I can't look at every mirror I look at. I can see it.
He says I better send me roses. All right.
How do you
Anybody else?
We get 2 sports
Audrey-
bras out when we look out our window. We got 2 Imagines.
Oh yeah,
next to us.
that's true. Yeah,
That's right, because you got Bill and Val beside of you in an Imagine as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I didn't think about that.
Oh my.
yeah, yikes. Which one's bigger? I think Bill's is.
Bill had to outdo us. Yeah, yeah. That's how
Oh,
he
Ubi's
rolls.
singing the theme to Love Boat now for
Yeah.
Russ and I.
Yeah.
Anybody else have anything else? And we'll kind of wrap up. I just realized we went like an hour and 24
Uh-huh.
minutes tonight.
Exactly.
So it was long for us. Well, let's go around the horn. Randy, anything you want to close with?
This has been real fun. We just we just bought a new tow vehicle today, and stay tuned.
Ooh,
Wow.
does that okay? I don't know if I can ask this question, so just say no, can't answer because it'll blow the video. But is the Tundra still part of your fleet? No.
Oh.
Wah, wah, wah. Okay.
No, but this is going to be really fun.
Well, I would ask her if it's going to be a Tundra again, but I don't want to give it away. So no, I'm
It's
going to
gotta
ask.
be.
Yeah, but if it's not a Tundra, hey, it was great knowing you. So.
Oh man.
All right. Well, thanks for dropping on tonight, Randy. We appreciate it. Hey, Mike and Lynn, thank you so much for
Yeah,
coming on
thank
tonight.
you.
Anything you guys want to throw out?
Thanks for inviting us.
We got cookies. You know where
Yeah.
we're at.
Yeah, as soon as we wrap up, we'll all walk over. So
Yeah.
We're gonna have a fire.
I don't know who's got the fire, but
It's Dave's turn for the fire.
Oh,
all right.
okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where, but we'll bring the cookies.
We burn up all our wood, so it's got to be Dave.
And just so you know, Dave, Mike and I have about 30 minutes before bedtime. So get that fire.
Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware of Mike's early bedtime.
It's so funny because I remember last fall we were camping with Dave and Andrea over at Mary Jane Thurston, and Dave said, "Yeah, you know, like we like to stay up till like 2, 3 in the morning, but Wagner he goes to bed at 9." And I looked at him, I said, "Man, I got to start camping with Wagner's. That's more my bedtime. I can't stay up that late."
Well, that night I couldn't even make it. I was so doggone tired. I zoned out at the campfire.
Patty, the next day on the way home, she goes, "I hope they didn't think I was rude. I was
I
so
fell
tired.
asleep.
I just was falling asleep in my chair." So, anything else, Dave, Andrea?
I just read a comment from, here, let me scroll real quick. From Dreaming Out Loud RVing, it says, "When we see and imagine, we think to ourselves, is that the moochers that Mike talks of?" So, yeah, that is us. We have a bill rocked up at the Wagner Camping Resort that's like a mile high. Like, I don't know. It has a lot of zeros at the end of it.
All right, and so I'm going to save the final parting words for Bobby and April.
Oh, wow. Put me on the spot.
Take it away.
Well, thank you.
This live stream was brought to you by Blood Coffee. There you go.
Yeah.
Definitely. We appreciate that. And we are just getting into this as travels abound and love meeting all the new people. And it's just a great community. And we appreciate it. And we're glad to meet everybody.
Yeah, we're glad to have you. And again,
Good to know you.
I mean, you guys were really the inspiration for the Make-A-Wish fundraiser. And we just appreciate everything you do for that charity and for making great coffee. I mean, I'm just not gonna, like I said, we love your coffee, and I mean that sincerely. That's not like some, sucking up or anything like that. It's just, it really is good coffee, but more importantly, it's you guys give back, and which I just think is awesome.
And that's just what triggered us. We love giving back. We had a niece that had special needs. We would get it. So we love that part. We had to jump right in. So help you out.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Yeah, and that's another thing that Make-A-Wish does. It brings more than the families together. It brings everyone together. And so it's great. So.
Yep. And we're looking forward to seeing you live here in about 6 weeks.
That's right. Get ready.
Hopefully we'll stay out of trouble.
We'll bring our
Oh, you want to total? Okay,
total.
hold on. Patty wants one total before we sign off on where we're at with the fundraiser.
Yep.
Let me,
if it's still the same or what. So
Actually, did Pat buy a new chainsaw?
I did.
Oh no!
We're at $10,420. So
Yes.
Everybody, that's awesome.
Yes.
That's great.
yeah, I mean it's
Amazing.
All right, thank you all for joining us tonight, and thank you for everybody that's been out there watching us, and hopefully you had a good time tonight. We really appreciate it. And as we always say here at Travels with Delaney, until next time, everybody, we'll see ya.
On down the road.
Yeah.
Right.